Market manipulation seems to have quieted down on the reserve list and sales are slowing down. But that doesn't mean that players are not taking advantage of some great deals. Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. Thanks again for hanging out with me on my channel today. Big shout out and thank you to everyone who tunes in each and every day. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe, turn your notification bell on because I upload daily content each and every day of the week. So, market manipulation or the lack thereof. Yes, there are some high sales in this week's video, but I'm going to explain that as we go through. The overall trend on the market is everything is slowing down. All the stores I'm talking with, all the players, everything is slowing down. And a lot of that lack of money going into the reserve list right now is being attributed to Lord of the Rings. And I will follow that up in tomorrow's video. The hype that's going around this product is starting to get to like kind of crazy level, and we're going to discuss what that actually means. But for market manipulation here on the reserve list, the opportunity to just buy cards out, we haven't seen that for a while. There's a few small buyouts going on, even by people on this channel having some fun, but no major buyouts like Argivian Archaeologist. You're not seeing Candelabra of Tunnels is disappearing anymore. Even the dual lands have slowed down. Now there is a bit of a lack of supply of decent quality ones out there, but it's just slowed down. Everything's kind of gone quiet. Like the tumbleweeds going through a ghost town, not much is going on right now, and you're wondering if it ever will again. And I still say it will. I'm still of the opinion that you can enjoy these prices now. It feels like you've won the mini lottery. When you know cards have been $50 in 2021, and they're all the way back down to $6, $7 in 2023. Will they stay that way? Will they jack back up? I don't have a crystal ball. But I'm betting some of these cards will not remain cheap forever, and I am handpicking the exact ones I think are going to be the best ones to buy. I'll probably have a card watch video covering some of these cards this week because some of them are just missed opportunities for people, I think, for future sales. Not all of them you will agree with, but they're still very interesting. So let's get to today's video. Let's run through these cards here and just see what's going on. We will start on the Yellow Brick Road on our way to the Land of Oz, going from number 10 to number 1, the hottest selling, the top 10 cards that sold this week on the reserve list, and they're coming at you now. Here we are starting out with Lake of the Dead from Alliances at number 10. With an average price of $99.99 US, the market price is $100.66 and €65.58 to get that card into your house. It's around $140 in Canada for a near mint copy. Now, on a place like TCG Player, you can find Lake of the Dead at a much more reasonable price of around the $73 US mark, and that's for a lightly played copy. Now, Lake of the Dead does have some of the most iconic artwork ever for Magic the Gathering. This is a card we thought was so creepy as a kid. I feel good talking about it and repeating myself time after time because that's what it means. Now, when Lake of the Dead comes into play, sacrifice a swamp or bury Lake of the Dead. It taps to add 1 black mana to your mana pool, but you can sacrifice a swamp to add 4 black to your mana pool. And think about the recursion with stuff like this, where you can have cards that bring lands back from the graveyard and have other lands that can untap Lake of the Dead to give multiple effects and put 8, 10, 12, 16 mana into play in a single turn. This can get kind of ridiculous. Most players don't actually think about that in this kind of format of Commander, but it really can happen, and pretty easily actually. A great card, and really the price has come down. It had a bit of a spike, and now it's dropped back down. I think this card is actually going to fall a little bit further as eyes turn away for Commander Masters and Lord of the Rings. So keep an eye out for this card. If it's a card you've always wanted, you probably can find a moderately played copy for around $58 on things like TCG Player, so don't forget to take a look there and see if you can get lucky. Now, number 9 this week is Fork with 30 sales this week from May 27th to June 2nd of 2023. This is a revised edition card. It also had unlimited, beta, alpha, as well as the collector editions. And when you look at this card, an average price of $42.03, this card has continued to fall. The market price is $42.05, €26.46 to get this card into your house. And here in Canada, it's around $60 to $75 Canadian to buy this card in near mint condition. The good news is you don't have to buy near mint. Now, this card says Interrupt, which nowadays acts as an instant. It is 2 red mana. Any one sorcery or instant spell just cast is duplicated. Treat Fork as an exact copy of target spell, except the Fork remains red. Caster of Fork chooses the copy's target. We used to like counter spells and stuff. This thing could do all kinds of crazy stuff for us. Fork does get used quite a bit in Commander. It is still a very versatile and playable card, and it's at a really rock bottom price because this thing's been as high as $150. It's like 2/3 off. Yeah, people are taking advantage of card prices right now. You can see it, but the sales overall are still much lower. Remember that, guys. 30 sales is a lot for this particular card, but overall the market is very quiet. Only very key cards are being picked up. Now, number 8 this week is Winding Canyons from Weatherlight with 32 sales this week. An average price of $22.80. The market price is $20.41 US. €15.06 to get this card into your house. It's around $30 here in Canada for this card. And again, it's one of those cards people are just kind of buying to hedge their bets on the card, is what I believe is happening, because it does add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Doesn't come into play tapped. I kind of appreciate the artwork, but as well as that, it has the secondary ability of 2 and tap, and until end of turn, you may play a creature cards whenever you could play instants, effectively giving your creatures flash. That makes it a very versatile card inside a Commander game when players aren't really expecting to see cards like this and actually seldom pay attention to it. Now, number 7 this week is Soul Devi Excavations, and of course, this is a card of my channel. This is something I appreciate all the time and love buying. Go Soul Devi, and if you own one, welcome to the tinfoil hat army of the MTG Moxman crew. I hope everyone owns one out there because this Alliances card to me is epic. Now, it has an average price right now of $24.38 US. The market price is $25.08 US. €13.06 to get this card into your house. It's around $30 here in Canada for a near mint copy. And you can see that big spike at the end of your page where it went over $40, and that is because of people on this channel. We did a public buyout and it was truly awesome. Now, effectively, if you wanted to buy this card out nowadays, you'd only need around $3,000 US to clear out Card Market as well as what's available on TCG Player, and there wouldn't be any of this card locally available in any of those kind of formats. Places like Card Kingdom don't have it. Most local shops don't carry it, and people would have to go looking through bulk to really buy it. The problem is, even if somebody buys out the entire card, even if the Moxman here put all that money in there and bought it out, it wouldn't stay that the price wouldn't stay up, guys. Let's remember, this card does have some uses in Commander decks. You can have a little bit of fun with it, but it is not a key card you must have. It is not an auto include. It is kind of an aside that can add a little bit of flexibility to your deck. Now, there are other cards you can pair with this, though, which means you can add things like Castle Vantress, the new Rivendell card from Lord of the Rings. There will be more ways of scrying and getting ahead and more card manipulation inside your deck that may be more versatile later. So if you don't own this card, wait to see if the price continues to fall. It may be worth buying at least one copy to hold on to. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at number 6 this week. Retribution of the Meek with 36 sales. Average price is only $10.07. The market price, $9.20 US. €5.97 to get this card into your house. Now, as a card from Visions, I can appreciate the old style artwork, the look it has. Bury all creatures with power 4 or greater. It's only 1 white and 2 generic, and it's a sorcery. Depending on the deck you're building, this can be just a game-ending card for other people's decks. If you can keep your creatures under a certain power level, you can do some real damage here. You can eliminate other people's big bad boys and keep your stuff on the board. Selective board control is a very important key factor to think about. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 5 this week. Another card that people are hedging their bets on, and that is Willow Priestess from Homelands. I know, right? A Homelands card. But don't worry, there's a reason why it's here. It has 40 sales this week. The average price is only $6.78 US. The market price is $6.26 US. €3.73 to get this card to your house. It's been as high as $20, so it's still over 50% off. But when we're going back to the wilds of Eldraine, we're going back to that plane of existence, cards like this always seem to catch people's eye, including myself, Because this card is 2 green and 2 generic for a 2/2, it's its secondary ability there. The 2 powers it has make it fun. The secondary power says target green creature gains protection from black until end of turn. Think of multicolored creatures that have green in them, and you can just get them protection from black. Very cool. But then that other power is take a fairy from your hand and put it directly into play as though it were just summoned. Now, the more fairies we get, the more kind of tribal action we start seeing. Cards like this can be more effective. And not just it, but other cards that can just tap to put creatures into play can be a very effective staple inside these decks. And it actually doesn't have a super high casting cost or a high price tag for players to afford. And that's something to look forward to for anyone building in Commander. Now, number 4 this week, and again, this one is a bit of a loop. I'm not sure why it's here 2 weeks in a row, guys. This is Fastbond Revised Edition. 42 sales. Now, it had tons of sales last week too. The average price is $15.97. The market price is $15.79. €15.49 to get that card to your house. That's really weird. And here in Canada, it's around 20 bucks. Now, Fastbond is banned in most formats, guys. I always joke, and I hope one day they unban it in Commander. I just don't see the point anymore. There's so many lethal cards in Commander that this doesn't seem as deadly as most people think. It's 1 card out of 99, but they banned it. So it is 1 green, and it says you may play as many land cards on the battle into play that you want each turn. Fastbond deals 1 damage for every land beyond the first. I used to do like infinite life combos with like Zurin Orb and Crucible of Worlds and a Fastbond and just rehash your lands. You can do some crazy stuff. But guys, this is not the be-all, end-all. But somebody's still buying it. And they're buying near-mint copies, by the way. Not moderate, not heavily played. Near-mint copies are what are leaving the market, in case anyone's curious to know, okay? Near-mint stuff. Not sure why, not sure who's doing it. Nobody's contacted me. And if you're that person, give me a shout. Give me some proof, but give me a shout. Number 3 this week, Brain Geyser. Again, just like Fastbond, somebody's buying this card. And the price continues to dip. Look at the sheet there, guys. 52 sales this week. Revised edition. Average price, $19.35 US. Market price is $16.58 US. €14.95 to get that card into your house. And here in Canada, it's around 25 bucks for a near mint Brain Geyser. Now on TCG Player, you can still find this card for around $9 for lightly played. Keep that in mind if you're looking for it. And of course, like I do that shill every week and every time you hear me, if you're going to be shopping on TCG Player, please consider using my affiliate link for the channel. You can find it in the description of all of my videos. Just click the link for TCG Player on my header page there. It takes you right for your TCG shopping experience, and the Moxman gets a kickback for the channel. Helps me augment prizes and stuff here. It's very cool. Everyone takes the time to do it. It's just a free click link, and I get a little payback, which is awesome. So thanks again to everyone who allows me to get that little extra bit of the cheese, you know? Now, Brain Geyser. 2 blue plus X. I've always liked it because it said target player. Must draw X cards. We used to fork this. We used to do crazy things with like mana flares and stuff, okay? That doesn't happen as much now, but it's still one of those cards that you got to pay attention to it because so many things now in the game rock the boat. Things that let your cards that are sorceries become cast as instants, things you can cast on other people's turns. You don't know when cards like this are really going to turn the boat around, so it's okay to have a set of 4 for under $100. Get lightly played ones and spend 45 bucks. I mean, it's still a very affordable card right now. Now, number 2 this week, and this is because of the channel here, guys. Anyone who's not a regular viewer on my channel, we do our live streams on Sundays, and sometimes we do these mini buyouts. And this was a really cheap card we decided to buy out. So Omen of Fire from Alliances had 141 sales last week, and it is primarily due to people on the channel. You can see here the average price is $2.80 US. The market price, $2.54 US. €2.80 to get this card to your house. It's around $4 here in Canada. And when we take a look at the card, remember it is 2 red and 3 generic. Return all islands to their owner's hand. Each player sacrifices a plains or a white permanent for each white permanent he or she controls. So if you're playing a black-red deck and your opponents aren't, man, this isn't going to go well because you can see it picks on islands, but it also picks on white. So it's picking on 2 targets, and it's an instant you can cast at the end of somebody else's turn. This is just a messed up card most people don't realize. And it's not like it's 15, 20 bucks anymore. It's $2. We bought these things for 80 cents on TCG Player, okay? It's kind of crazy when this thing goes off, so pay attention because cards like this are not made anymore for a reason. Cards like this nowadays are game-changing events. This is like using a Karn Liberated back in the day or a Jace the Mind Sculptor. This can alter the entire direction of a game with a single card that nobody sees coming. It's just the way it is. Love the card. Now let's go ahead. You've waited, you've gone down the yellow brick road with me, and we are now going to number 1. And that is Wellspring from Mirage, another buyout on this channel with 143 sales this week. Now, this card again, 60 cents, very cheap to buy, moderately to lightly played. Average price there you can see is $1.73. The market price is $1.06 US. €2.08 to get this card in your house. Here in Canada, it's about $2, guys. Very cheap card. Now, I do and have used this card. I did not size this right. Look how bad that is. Let's go there. We can like correct everything right now as the video is going. Very professional here. Very professional. Now, let's take a look at this card. 1 white, 1 green, 1 other. Enchant land. When Wellspring comes into play, gain control of enchanted land. At the end of your turn, lose control of enchanted land. At the beginning of your next turn, you gain control of it again. Okay, this is interesting because what I would do with this back in the day, and I've tried it a few times now in Commander. I've got a few things going with land destruction. 5-color land destruction is kind of fun because there is land destruction for old sets too. I take cards like this because it's an enchantment, find ways of bringing that enchantment back. I take control of the land, I sacrifice it to stuff I want to use it for, Zurin Orb, whatever. Find ways of sacking a land to your benefit, which is of course sacking their land, and then bringing this back into play and taking another key land, another legendary land, something of theirs that you want out of the way, a land that is hurting you. Love this stuff, guys. It's a fun card, super cheap, and even if it goes off once, are you telling me even having it go off for 1 or 2 games once in a while isn't worth the effort to try to make it happen? It can be so much fun, so satisfying. It's like playing with plasticine with your kid. You just love doing it. Even when it gets to be a messy thing, you just love it. So guys, this was your top 10 this week. Okay, I know some of these sales still seem pretty high, but all the market around me tells me it's calming down. Like really kind of shh. It is really quiet right now. So pay attention to that because those price reductions might still be coming our way. I'll be paying very close attention to certain key cards. I'll probably cover a few of them this week for you, just so everyone knows what I'm thinking. All right, guys, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's content. And of course, this is a Sunday video. That's when I usually put them out, but that means there is a live stream Sunday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. Stop by the channel and hang out with us. We'll have a great time. Well, here we are. The credits are rolling. This is the credits. These are the supporters. You think of producers and actors and people's voices. These are the people who support the channel each and every day. They're the ones who allow for content like this to be created. So thanks again to my patrons. Well, here we are. You made it to the end. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for taking part and being here at the end of the channel where you get to say, shop smart, shop S-smart. You know what's funny, by the way? But that is the comment you should put in the comment section. Most people don't realize those comments matter. Most people don't realize that. Even some people who watch to the end don't put it down where you say shop smart, shop S-smart. Some of you guys know, you've been around the channel long enough, and some of you haven't. But that's okay. If you're new to the channel, pay attention to these comments. They matter. You don't know why, but you'll find out at 20K. All right, guys, have a great one. We made it. We made it. Shop smart, shop S-smart.